Good afternoon, DJDS. Welcome back to DJDS Radio. This is your host, Cooper Coughlin, joined by this week's co-host, Drew Kaplan. Welcome to the show. So, over in Israel currently, Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, said the ceasefire will end if Hamas doesn't free all the hostages by Saturday at noon, which is 3 a.m. our time. And he's instructed the IDF to go into Gaza right now and come together in and around. And Hamas has postponed the arrival of these hostages until further notice. And this comes after Trump has said that all hell will break out unless the hostages were released by Saturday. And Bibi has listened to him and has decided to go through with this. I know I said, I think 2 weeks ago, that I was confident in this hostage deal and the ceasefire would hold, but I'm now questioning whether or not that is true. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that, I'm just scared that this might lead to escalation, and I'm glad that we have a ceasefire and that hostages are being released, but I'm scared that, if Trump threatens to do anything, that this could lead to escalation and just kind of a further mess for America as well.
Do you think Trump would do this?
I don't know. I don't think so. Considering what's going on in Iran, I think there's bigger fish to fry. I'm not sure this is America's top priority and really should not be something that they try to get involved with.
Yeah, I do you think Hamas will give in to this threat?
I don't know. What do you think?
I would hope so, but Hamas has proven to be a little crazy, so who knows?
I think we can agree on that, yeah.
Yeah. Coming back to the issue of Israel and Gaza, Trump says the U.S. will take control of Gaza by purchasing it. And he just met with Jordan's king at the White House on Tuesday. And he said, because Jordan is one of the countries that the Palestinians would be moved to, he said this, and he would also withhold aid from Jordan and Egypt unless they agreed to take them. But to continue on a better note, at least for some, let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Let's do it.
The Eagles took it home for the win in apparently the most watched Super Bowl in history with 126 million viewers. I'm personally very happy. I saw a great game. The team I hate lose, and I only saw Taylor Swift one time. I mean, really, can you believe that? I really thought I was going to see her at least 5 times. But let's just dissect this a little bit. What are we thinking of the commercials?
Yeah, some that stood out to me were Tom Brady's Duracell commercial. Gronk was on it. It was funny. Tom Brady broke down. He got power back up. OpenAI had a commercial about ChatGPT. That was kind of cool to see AI finally enter the Super Bowl commercial space. They kind of made it. Also, some other things we just saw in the Super Bowl. Uncle Sam in the halftime show. A little confusing. A Palestinian flag we saw later on Instagram, some clips. So that was not great to see, but not unexpected in this time.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. Speaking of hate, though, Tom Brady also did another commercial for, I don't quite remember, the blue square, Stop the Hate. What do you think of that?
I think it's great. Yeah, last year, I think Robert Kraft, the Patriots owner, funded that as well. It's great to see, on a public space, the most watched Super Bowl ever, we had this commercial, Stand Up the Hate. And what's, I think, good is that it didn't just focus on Jewish hate. It's just all hate. So, people can't get, Jews won't be targeted for it.
Yeah, for sure. What would you say, 1 to 10? What do you rate the commercials?
7.
Yeah, I didn't love them. I'm going to say 5 or 6.
Yeah, they weren't amazing.
On the way back from watching the game, I was with you. We saw, I don't know, it looked like a woman that was dressed up. And
I think it was a man.
Maybe a man that was dressed up. We thought they were in a dress. It turns out they were in an Eagles costume. They were flapping the rings up the street. Caw-caw, caw-caw. I was like, go Eagles, I guess.
Yeah, I think we were all feeling it, no one in Broncos country can like the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Mr. T.
Except for Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T, hello. So that was great just to see them win, to see the Chiefs just be dominated. And yeah, it made me so happy. Hopefully the Broncos can, maybe win the division next year. Who knows? Cooper, what do you think?
Let's hope. I'm hoping. I'm confident. But you got to believe. So last week, DJDS hosted over 200 BBYO international students from more than 15 countries. And I personally had a blast. I'm sad it had to end. But but they had to go to some event. What were you thinking when we had lunch together?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. First, in the structured program, to hear about, just how it is to be Jewish in their countries, and, kind of sharing our experiences versus theirs, kind of learn about what it means to be Jewish in different parts of the world. That was really cool. And then just to hang out at lunch, got to meet a lot of cool people. People had connections that they introduced me to other people, and it was just really fun to meet all these new Jews.
Yeah, I agree. And it's really interesting seeing what every country's like that they're from. Yeah, I met a lot of people from different countries, such as South Africa, Ukraine, all those different types. I'm curious, did you meet anyone like really cool or learn something really cool about the country they're from? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in BYO. I'm not that active, but it was interesting to hear how in most of these European countries in South America, they have weekly meetings. Yeah, it seems like they're really close, even closer than I think BBYO chapters are in America. So it was really cool to kind of see that perspective. What was your big takeaway, Cooper?
Well, I love the South Africans and everyone else. They're really great. Everyone was really great. They were all really nice, trying to be friends. I learned some of their slang and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. I like meeting new people, especially when I can learn something cool about them, like they're from a different country and all that stuff.
100%.
And lastly, your favorite segment, What's Trending? The longest Snapchat streak was just achieved at 10 years. I believe that's a little less than 3,665 days in between people named Katie and Aaron. That would be 2015 that they started snapping each other. I respect the commitment, but respectfully, I really just don't get this anymore. Have any suggestions or want to be featured on the show? Shoot me an email at coopercoughlin@denverjds.org. And sadly, that's all for today. Catch you next week on DJDS Radio.
Ba-dum-ching.